Don't you love it?
Yeah, I do.
That's so cool.
So
this is Lucy.
Hello.
And we're going to be doing a haircut today. And we're going to go into the 90s. So we're going to be going one of those angles that we used to do in the 90s. So we're going to have fun with this one. Yeah, one of those shapes we used to do. We don't do much anymore, but we used to do it all the time back then. So we're going to revisit that haircut. And we'll do a wardrobe change.
All right.
And the old one long tomorrow.
Perfect! Yeah, that looks perfect. Go! Throw your stuff over here.
My husband always does that.
Oh yeah. And
Grab a seat.
the next one, I like the newer cat.
And now that summer's coming, this will be a perfect haircut for you.
Yeah, exactly. That's
And
what I was thinking.
so you're going to be moving to Auckland. You won't be back in Wellington for a bit. But my rule is that you can come back for haircuts anytime when I charge you, because I don't change hair and leave people hanging. But if you're going to be up in Auckland, you'll have to
I'll make the trip down.
make the trip down. It's worth it to make the trip down.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now I have someone that have clients that move to Auckland, and they say, "Who do I go to in Auckland?" And I send them to this one place.
Oh yeah.
And I would say, it's not what you think. Because you think I'm going to send them to the really fancy.
Oh yeah.
I send them to the back alley one that's $18. And it's really good.
And it's the best.
It's the best. Yeah.
Possibly.
Charge me $18 haircuts. It's the best. Anyway, come on over. They think I'm going to say some fancy place. I'm like, nope. And he doesn't even speak a word of English.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah.
Come on over. Now, it used to be, this was the most asked for haircut back in the 90s, the haircut we're doing.
Oh really?
It was the most asked for. And it lasted, I'd say, well until about 2006, 2008, around that.
Yeah.
That's when it started to disappear.
Well, the only people that I can think of that I can remember is, well, Beyonce had
Yeah.
it for a little while.
Yeah.
I knew somebody else, a friend of mine, back in, it was 2006, I think she had it. It was, really suited her.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because
And I
around
always
that time
thought,
it was still
I wonder if
popular.
that would suit me.
Yeah. So now you get to, the one like 10 years ago, you're like, I wonder if I could do that. Now you get to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. When it's out of fashion, we're going to do it now that it's out of fashion, which makes it even better.
Now that it's retro.
Yeah, exactly.
Good old 90s. I love
Yeah.
the 90s.
Yeah, me too.
My mom had the different lengths as well. She had the kind of shoulder length. Her hair was straight though.
Oh,
Straight
yeah.
and darker than mine.
Yeah.
And then she went into the short, almost pixie.
Cool.
I did love that about having my pixie cut as well in summer. I was like,
Yes.
I don't need to do anything to it, and I'm not sweltering.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
advantages to it.
difference.
If you end up short hair again, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Different times in your life.
Mm.
But we'll do this one today. So when you go to Auckland, you're
I
going to
don't
be here for a
know.
while?
I don't know.
Well, come and see me before you go to Auckland.
Yeah,
We'll
I
do one
will.
more haircut before you go.
Definitely.
Good send off.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good job.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you can have a look if you want
Wow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a decent amount.
to. Yep.
Would have been. What are we now? 2021.
Yep.
Yeah, would have been 2011 probably.
Yeah.
That I got it shaved,
Oh, yeah.
and then it's just been growing since then. I mean,
Yeah.
I think for a while I kind of went in the opposite direction, and I was like, "There's no way I'm ever getting it short again."
Yeah. But there's different times in your life. Like you'll say, I'll never get it short again. But then you're at a different time in your life now.
Yeah.
So you're open to it again.
How many changes?
Yeah.
And I know with this, at least, it's going to be volume as well. I love volume.
Yes. Less is more.
Mm.
Especially with your hair type. The best with some of these haircuts is that you're finished and the girl's like, oh my god, I look like my mom.
Yeah.
And then they go show their mom. Mom's like, oh my god, Mama! I just have that hair.
Yeah. I have that hair.
I just have that hair.
Yeah. Remember that photo?
Yeah. Yeah. And some of the models are like, they're like, my mom used to have that hair, and then I say, that's the one we're doing then.
Yeah. The mom cut.
The mom cut.
Do you have a preference for like 70s, 80s, 90s?
No.
It's all great.
To explore it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm mostly obsessed with late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
Because I like the layers and shoulder length of the late 70s.
Okay.
I like the ridiculous short haircuts in the early 80s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
More boyish kind of cuts.
No, they were feminine cuts, but they were just more geometric and more artistic at that time. So it was a very different time. Girls were open to cutting their hair off into cool things, cool haircuts.
A lot of exploration, I guess, with that.
Yeah, very much a different time. I also like doing the really conservative old looks on beautiful young girls today, because there's something really sexy about that. You know, like you could do like curling irons and stuff like that too.
Okay.
But because conservative looks are out too, like even conservative people don't do that anymore. But you can recreate those looks on someone who's young and beautiful, and then you're like, oh my god, that's really cool. And put glasses on and do the whole shoulder pads and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
That's
Just
great.
really hand it up. So cool.
Good old 70s kind of look.
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of, I don't know, who would you... I'm trying to think of TV shows from the 70s. What would that be?
From the 70s? Oh, Happy Days.
Oh yeah.
Laverne and Shirley. But a lot of those, it's the same concept. Like in the 70s, they were obsessed with the 50s. So that's Happy Days, Grease, and Laverne and Shirley. But other shows, I can't remember. Oh, like from Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff.
It's crazy how attached we can get to our hair. Suddenly I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. That's where it gets real. You see a big chunk, you're like, oh my god, what am I doing? It's all part of the fun too.
Yeah. So much energy gets attached to it as well.
Yeah.
So it's nice to kind of release that, shed the layers.
Yeah. But it's cool when you get clients come in and they cut off all their hair for various reasons. And one of them recently, because the university year just finished, so she chopped all her hair off.
Oh,
and I said, why are you cutting it off? She goes, because I want to cut off all my study hair. It's all stressing. It's just all stress. Long hair stress.
That makes
I want to
sense.
cut off all my study hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the year's over. So she cuts it all off short.
Yeah.
And then
grows it another year.
Grows it another year.
Yeah.
With students anyway. She goes, yeah, the long hair is just triggering my stress.
Yeah.
I thought that one was cool.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah. And like, how short do you want it? Like, I don't care. Just cut it.
Let's take it all off.
Yeah.
That's trust.
Yeah. Now that's where it gets real.
It's so short.
No, it's good. There was little pieces framing in that area.
Yeah.
I'm connecting it to that.
Yeah.
So I'm joining it to what was there.
Oh, amazing.
Right, so there's a reason why I'm going there. Also, I didn't tell you how short I was going to do beforehand. With the full reason.
Your own relatives.
No, it's just, but
Screaming
you
out the
see
door.
that little piece there?
Yeah.
That's where I'm joining it to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we need to see weight in that point.
Yeah.
So any longer, you wouldn't have had the weight in the hair to pull it off.
Yeah.
So there's reason for that.
Because it is curly, so it's going to bounce up.
Yeah. And had I said, we're going to go here, then you would be like, no, just, this is metro haircuts. Sit down, get a haircut.
Yeah.
We're doing like 90s. They weren't skittish back then.
You would have seen me there, sitting there like, how short do I really want to go? Well,
Yeah, no, but they didn't ask you the question.
5 inches shorter.
You said, let's do it. Short in the back, longer in the front. I said, cool.
Yeah.
And then I didn't ask you where. Just, no, you're getting one of those. Yeah. Now, a number of years ago, when this haircut was popular, and this girl comes into the salon, and she's in the retail area looking at the shampoos, and she just looks like she's lost. So I come over, and I was about to go on my lunch, but I just stopped, and I said, can I help you with anything? And then she's shy. She goes, anyone available for a haircut? And I was going on lunch, but I thought, I'll just do a quick haircut for her. I don't know, I felt something. So I sat her down, and she's long hair. I sat her down and I said, what do you want to do? She goes, I need to cut it all off. I said, why? And she said, my husband's in the car with the kids. He sent me in and told me to cut it all off. And I'm like, this is odd. But you could tell she's Ukrainian, so she has that controlling husband. So he's in the car with the kids. He sent her in for a haircut, so she's got to cut it all off, she says. But she doesn't know what she wants to do. What do you want to do? And she doesn't know. But this was a good haircut for that because it was short, but you had the length in the front to make you comfortable. That's why this was a popular haircut at the time, because it wasn't a pixie. That's a bigger commitment. It was a short haircut, but you still had length in the front, so it was more comfortable. So I did this haircut on her. God, she ever loved that haircut.
Yeah.
She came in the salon, freaked out. She came out of the salon, big smile.
Aww,
and she came back every month to keep it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
So it was a good outcome.
That's exactly what
Yeah,
you needed.
someone who's that freaked out about getting a haircut, you want to make it a good outcome for them.
Yeah.
And it's also a domestic thing. I don't want to get involved with that. So she's told her to come in, cut it all off. I'm gonna I'm with her, not him, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something she's gonna love it, and then he's gonna be like, oh yeah, that's beautiful. So I want a positive outcome for that domestic scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it worked out well. She came back.
Nice.
Yeah. She's like, I love this hair. She had her Ukrainian accent.
Yeah.
And she was young and pretty too. So, but that was the fun outcome. You can see what I mean, eh? So you got that. Yeah, I know, but this is awesome. And where did you say you went with it? You go over this way with it.
Yeah, it naturally kind of falls
Yeah.
at that little
Yeah, that's cool.
bit.
Sweet. And since we're doing 90s, I can do more modern products because I was doing lots of mousse and hairspray for 70s and 80s. So I'm going to do some body builder spray.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I love it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Slightly freaking me out a little bit, but that's fine.
No, it's fine. And you can now brush it with the large one. Because that was a thing in the 90s as well. Your haircut for summer 2022 is perfect. And since we're doing 90s, I can use a straightener on it. Because we can't use straighteners when we do 80s or 70s because they didn't have them back then.
Ah.
But I can do a straightener on it. Because I think everyone had a straightener done on the, when they had their hair done back then, everyone got a straightener too. We got away from it more now. Because we're back into the health with hair again. And we do it sometimes, but not like we did back then. Everybody got it in the 90s.
We use the iron, right?
Yeah. You gonna go out tonight?
I'm gonna have to.
I would.
Yeah, definitely. Show it all off.
Yeah. As this haircut goes back, because remember this haircut's a one-off. You cut it and it grows. This haircut's a one-off. You cut it and it grows. Grow your fringe with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when your hair gets long again, you're going to have a long fringe to go with it.
Yeah.
So and I'll give you a hand with that too.
I'll go all the way around.
Yeah. So I'll give you a hand with that. Because I think your next 3 haircuts ahead. This haircut today, but my brain's thinking your next 3.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be. It's going to. We're going to do it longer. This is just the impact of the haircut today.
The initial chop, and then it'll be like.
Sorry?
The initial chop, and then
Yeah.
gradually.
Yeah, and then we're going to
get
go
longer.
back. Yeah, yeah. So if you don't move to, if you're around Wellington for a while, I got your next 2 or 3 haircuts in mind already.
Thank you.
So I don't leave you hanging. But for now, enjoy this. This is fun.
Yeah, it's different.
No, it is, yeah, but
I do love it.
welcome to the 90s.
Yeah. You do a lot of it as well.
Yeah, you can.
Different styles of blow drying,
Yeah.
curls.
Yep. I'm on the fence. I don't think I'm going to use a straightener with you because even though we did lots of it back then, you're fine hair. So we
Yeah.
want to see the volume in it. We want to see the body. A straightener is just going to flatten that off. You have a lot of hair. You have fine hair, but a lot of fine hair.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you can really feel it now.
There's volume to it.
Yeah.
I feel like a different person.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the empowerment of a haircut.
Yeah. Wow.
And I want you to redo all your headshots.
Wow, it's actually so cool.
It is, isn't it?
Oh my god.
And straight down.
Is this a bob?
Graduation bob.
Okay.
And the first time the trimmer's on your hair.
Yeah.
15 years, I guess?
Yeah.
No, 10 years. You did it 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was about 10 years.
Yeah.
And that was a razor
Yeah, that's right.
to my scalp.
Yeah, that's right. And you had long hair when you did that?
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been the most
Oh.
amazing thing.
It was crazy. They actually did a really cool in between. We did like a
Yeah.
beforehand shoot, and then in the middle,
Yeah.
they gave me like a mohawk
Yeah.
with the fringe, and then a real funky spiky mohawk, and
Yeah.
then chopped it all up.
Yeah, I like doing that kind of stuff. If someone's going to shave their head, let's do stuff with it before you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that on the channel. The girl, she came here wanting to shave her head. So, but we did her haircut on her, but we didn't tell her what we were going to do. We just gave her a bowl cut. And she loved it. She's like, fine with it. She
Yeah.
only kept it for 5 minutes, and then we shaved it off. Enough for the pictures,
Gone.
then gone. Because you're going to shave it anyway, so you might as well
Yeah, play with it.
play with it.
Hair is such an interesting medium. It's such a
Yeah.
because it's an art form as well. Hairdressing, right?
Yeah.
You're creating something really beautiful
Yeah.
out of hair.
That's right. And it doesn't last, because I can give you a haircut. I spend an hour with you. I create something, but then every week it's growing. So it's not. It's evolving as you leave. So. Yeah.
And it's going to carry the energy of your experiences and
Yeah.
your growth as well.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to get a neck tattoo now.
Yeah. I definitely want to see you back. And if you are moving to Auckland, come and see me just before you get on the plane.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And the fringe we didn't touch at all because we're going to grow that. And that's going to feel amazing having it off your neck for a while.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
Already.
Cool. Be a second.
Oh, that's fun.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
Yep. Oh my god, yeah, 1990s. That's definitely 90s. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Fun.
Cool. Come on over. We'll do some after shots. My camera's over there. Cool. And we come back over. We'll say bye to the YouTubers. And they can leave a comment below. Who used to have this haircut? How many used to have this haircut? I think a lot. Everyone used to have this haircut at one time. I love it.
Me too.
Yeah, I told you. And you're like, oh my god, I cut too much. But I love it. Because you totally went through all your nerves as well. You're like, what am I doing? And this, oh my god, it's getting real. But no, this is amazing. So we recreated 90s for 2022. Started summer here. Perfect. Have a hug.
Summer. Thank
Enjoy your hair.
Oh,
Cool.
I do. I love it.
Yeah, me too.
So
Big fan.
cute.
Yeah. Sweet.
Peace.